What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of the Vibe Set with D. Lee. I'm actually re-recording this, bro. I just recorded for like almost an hour. My voice like didn't even pick up on the mic. I was like, what? Like it was so hollow. Like I sounded so far away. I was like, okay, this is fucking. I didn't know I was turning into fucking AI, bro. I don't know what the fuck that was, but I'm back. And yeah, so I wanted to check in. I've been so busy with moving into this apartment. I got super sick from just going way too hard the morning of. I had a graduation the night before, celebrating one of my buddies, and I was out a little late. And I ended up having to come in super early to my apartment because the furniture was getting delivered so early, but it was clutch because like while I was waiting for my parents to get here, I was able to like at least sit down and chill for a little bit before my parents came with the U-Haul, and then had a couple buddies help me, and man, we unloaded that super fast. We were like, it was crazy. We were like soldiers, but yeah, and then I worked that entire day, man. I worked like almost 12 hours just organizing stuff in the kitchen, unpacking boxes, organizing my room, organizing my closet. Ended up still going to HEB because I knew the next day I just wanted to chill. Like I just wanted to relax. I didn't want to worry about like I gotta get a kitchen mat, I gotta get a welcome mat, I gotta get a shower curtain, I gotta get a shower caddy, I gotta get kitchen utensils, I gotta get table mats, I gotta decorate my office, gotta decorate the bathroom. I know decorating is not as important, but like I wanted everything at once. And I think because I was so used to being in my parents' house and now having to pay rent, I wanted to get everything early. But I was really smart about this move. Like the coffee table I have, the TV stand I have, the side tables that you see on the camera. If you're watching this on YouTube, I got everything like over a year ago and then I got some stuff in 2025. But honestly, bro, like it's I got some of this like late 2024, because I knew like this is the type of furniture I wanted, and I was gonna bring this whenever I moved out. I have an old table that I brought. Shout out my brother. I got like some kitchen utensils, or more so like kitchenware, utensils, even like bowls and plates and stuff. I got some old stuff from my brother and sister-in-law, so that really came in clutch. But I got a lot of my furniture from Amazon. I didn't have to bring my desk because there's one in the floor plan. So the only things I really had to get were the furniture I got, like the chairs and the couch that I got. And if you haven't been there yet, I would highly recommend American Furniture Warehouse. They are great, bro. Like I was talking about this before I had to re-record the episode, but furniture is so expensive nowadays. Like it's insane. So I got these both at great prices. Got the couch for like under 400. So the chairs are a great price too. But it's insane. Like I went to Rooms to Go and couches. Like the cheapest one I could find was like 550. It was crazy. So I make an account. I tell them what I'm interested in. I wanted silver chairs. I didn't really like the ones that I've been at Rooms to Go. They didn't really have a lot. The one that I really liked wasn't even in stock. So, and I told her that I wanted to buy it in full. I didn't want to finance. And she was like laughing. She was like, you don't want to finance? And I was like, no, I don't want like another bill over my head while I'm paying rent. And then she was like, okay, well, you sure you don't want to finance? Like, it was weird, bro. She's like, go. Like fucking Middle Eastern Santa Claus over here, bro. She was fucking weird. She was like laughing that I didn't want to finance. I was like, okay, let's cut the shit where we're doing awkward laughter because you know that I don't want to finance. Like you're fucking being weird and you're like making me smack my lips, bro. Like leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to finance. Stop fucking awkwardly laughing. Be like, oh. I don't want to finance, bro. You guys are fucking expensive anyway. I never went back. And I have a crazy story. So the other place that I went to before I realized American Furniture Warehouse was the way to fucking go. I feel like I'm flowing right now. I'm not really stuttering, being like, oh. I went to Ashley, and I realized Ashley was super expensive, and I ended up going to the Ashley outlet store by the airport, and I didn't really like anything in there. Like, it was cool, but I didn't want to force myself to buy anything. But before I went to the outlet, I went to the regular Ashley. Went to a regular Ashley store. Ashley has beautiful stuff, bro. I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. Rooms to Go has nice stuff too, but Ashley was like, whoa. Like, if I had more money, I'd be like, damn. But yeah, so Ashley was cool, but it was so expensive. Like, I was looking for either like a light gray couch, a tan couch, or like a blue one. And Ashley had like a light blue one, and it was a little bigger than the one I saw at Rooms to Go, but it was like $600. And I was like, fuck. And I ended up meeting I was talking to one of the salespeople there, and she was cool. We were chopping it up. She even said, she was like, oh, you seem really chill. And I was like, oh, I appreciate that. We're talking. I'm telling her my budget. I'm telling her it's my first apartment. She's like, oh, congrats. Awkward laughter. She's trying to be nice, but doing her job. I get it. But I was getting ready to leave, and I was like, she gave me a number. Because I was like, who can I contact? Or can I contact you? Whatever. And obviously, I was like, okay, she gave me the store number. And I was trying to be considerate, but like also trying to figure out, okay, like, who is my point of contact? Because I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna text this number probably tomorrow or Friday, whenever I have a decision latest. Is it gonna contact like is it the main store number? Like, if you're not here tomorrow or Friday and I text this number or I call it, I was pointing at the main desk, and I was like, is it gonna go to one of your coworkers? Just so or to the main desk, so like somebody answers and they have all the information on file of what I'm looking at. And she was like, no, I'll give you my direct number. And I was like, oh shit, okay, well, cool. And then I kept it professional and kept it very business, and I left. Appreciate your help. I left. We started talking. I texted her, and I was just like, yo, thank you for your help. But I thought she was cute. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna text this girl. Like, fuck if I get the couch or not, whatever. So we're talking. We start talking about music. Telling her I love Drake, love The Weeknd, love Party Next Door. She starts telling me she loves those artists. Oh shit. Start talking a little more. And she never brings up the couch. I thought she was trying to be nice, and then she's like, when you get by the couch? But nah, it was cool. So I asked for her Instagram after we're talking for a little bit, and then she she's like, oh yeah, and then we just keep talking. I asked her for it again, and then she's like, yeah, here it is. So I get her Instagram, and I look at her profile, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because I see this person next to her, and I thought it was like a sibling or something. And then I was like, oh shit, that's a girl, and like, why are they fucking kissing in photos? And then I was like, oh fuck. And then she was like, happy 3-year anniversary for the love of my life. And I was like, oh my God. I texted her, I was like, bro, are you fucking married? And she was like, oh my God, I didn't want to tell you. And I was like, why would you not tell me that? And I was like, what? It's like when Tyler was on live with Kai Cenat. And then she was like, I thought we were friends though. Are we gonna be friends though? Like, dude, it was fucked, bro. I was like, nice. And speaking of that, I'm trying to get more confident, and I had one of my friends pushing me when I was out last weekend in the Heights, and it was crazy, bro, because I was shooting my shot. Because I'm trying to be more confident. I don't want to be the guy anymore that's sitting in the corner being like, no, it's not worth it. I'm gonna get rejected. What if she says this? What if she says that? Like, I'm a good-looking guy. I feel like I have good things going in my life. I need to be fucking confident, bro. Like, enough is enough. I got the fashion over on. Like, I need to man the fuck up. So I started shooting shots, bro, on a brick, and fucking like I'm airballing. That's on some like fucking Timberline fucking woodland shit, bro. Like, I'm airballing that shit. It's horrible. So it was bad. Like, I was shooting my shot. I was just trying to be confident. I went up to a couple girls, bro, and every girl I was talking to was either like, it was like married, lesbian, married, lesbian. One girl looked at me, and then like I was waiting to talk to her friend, and her friend looked at me in disgust and was like, oh, lesbian. And I was like, I didn't fucking know, bro. Why do you sound like that? Lesbian. what the fuck? Yeah, I was breaking, bro. But you know what? I'm being confident, and you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, which took a very long time for me to realize. People always said that to me, and I was like, oh yeah, whatever. But hey, you know what? I'm gonna say something though too that I didn't say on the episode before. I just want to check. I want to make sure. Yeah, we're still. I don't know why the first episode like didn't. It looks like it's completely recording and I'm good now, but I don't know why. I played that shit back and that sounded like RoboCop. I was like, I want to say this too, man. I really want to say this. I was talking to my best friend about this the other day, but I have realized it doesn't do you any good to put people on a pedestal that you know don't care about you. And what I mean by that is there's a couple girls on my Instagram that I've always like lusted over, that I always thought were attractive, that have talked to me here and there. But like, if you feel, bro, that you're not getting the attention you deserve, or not even deserve though, like if the girl's not into you, whatever, that's her choice. I'm not saying necessarily anything is wrong with you, but you gotta drop it. And I'm being very honest because I've struggled with this a lot. Like, there's a couple girls on my Instagram where I'm like, oh man, like, there's so many times where I've texted them, and we talk sometimes though, like, we'll talk for a little bit, and then the rest of my messages will never get open, but then they'll swipe on my story, like, later, you know? And I'm like, okay, well, are you bad at responding? Are you kind of like, either you're cool, but like, you're funny, but I don't really gonna talk to you when I feel like it because you're funny, but I don't think you're attractive, or I don't see you that way, so I'm not gonna like consistently give you my attention. I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's one of the two, or it's just like, I know I'm fine, I don't have to answer you because you look like every other guy on my DM. You know, it's probably one of those three. But like, I've really like decided to drop it, and it's very hard because it's like late night. It's like, oh my God, I want to text them. I want to say that they look good if they're going out. Like, it's very sad because, and I'm not saying pity me. It's sad that I've stretched it for so long. I've milked it for so long, and I should have just dropped it. Like, it's so bad that like I'll get like, if they post on their story, because again, like, you lust over them. You look at their pictures and like, damn, bro, this girl's so fine. You tell your friends, but it's bad, bro. Like, it's bad to where like if I don't get a girl, if it doesn't work out, right, whatever, they say something. I have some crazy ass stories, as you guys know, on my fucking Instagram. If I don't get a girl, something bit me, bro. I'm like scratching my fucking. Fuck. If I don't get a girl, I'll complain to my friends about it. Maybe one time is even tolerable, but like, even then, bro, like, honestly, you shouldn't even, like, if you really get done dirty, yes, but like, and I've gotten done, bro. People, women, y'all don't even know the type of shit that women have said to me where I'm like, that is so fucked up. But like, cause they'll be talking to me about other guys, like just using me to fucking vent for attention and all this other bullshit. But I'm not saying for you to not vent to your friends, because it's very frustrating and you want to let those things out. But if it's on some minor shit where it's like y'all talked and it didn't go anywhere, I don't know if it does you any good to keep complaining about it. Because I have done that and it doesn't do any good. Like 2, 4, 6 months later, I will literally, excuse me, I'm sorry. I will literally be eating out with my friends and I'm like, why didn't this girl text me? What? Bro, I thought I had it. And I'll bring the girl up to be funny. And sometimes it is a funny story, but it doesn't do you any good to fucking linger about it and be like, why didn't this work? Why, oh, why? What am I doing wrong? So when I lust over these girls that I think are fine as fuck on my Instagram, that I know, it's like, that I either went to school with, that I worked with, that both, whatever. it doesn't do me any good. I'm a respectful guy. I feel like when I don't want a relationship right now. I'm not, that shit does not interest me. Like, I'm just not, I love to have my alone time, and I'm not in the mode to be like, I want to love somebody. I'm just being honest. But I think it's good to lay that on the, lay that out now, and you lay that from the jump when you're talking to a girl, instead of being like, oh no, like, I don't want to say anything, like, it's hard because you wanna hide it and be like, let's just coast. But I think it's better to do that now, instead, like, to do it from the jump, instead of being like, oh fuck, like, she asked me on the second link up, what are we, Honestly, bro, I'm at the point, and I used to be very tempted to hide it. I'm at the point where if I tell you and you're not with it, like, that's cool, and we go on with our lives. I'm not gonna lie to you and be like, let's see where it goes. I'm not gonna be like, oh my, I'm not, and I know there's girls out there that will respect that I say that. I know there's women out there that will respect, like, you know what, I appreciate you telling me that. I appreciate you being like, hoe phase, like you in your hoe phase on some fucking Drake Maid of Honor shit. Like, I'm just kidding, but to lay it out instead of being like, I'm not gonna lie to you and then like, be like, oh yeah, like, I'm trying to lock in. I'm not, and then like, be on some fuckboy shit and like kick you to the fucking curb on some like disrespect. Nah, like, so, but yeah, I'm really bad about like lusting over women and then complaining to my friends if I don't get it, bro. Like, it's such a bad habit. And I don't like, I've realized there's a few girls on my Instagram that I've talked to that I can tell like, they pay mind to me when it does good for them. But I would get so frustrated because they would talk to me when they wanted to, and we would never make plans out of their, like, we would talk about like, oh yeah, that sounds cool. And I'd be like, oh yeah, well let me know, I work, blah, 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 get off, blah, 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 like, let me know what day works for you. Never heard back. Or I'll get left on red. Honestly, bro, I'm gonna get left on seen. And then they'll post themselves at the gym, they'll post themselves looking good as fuck, they'll post themselves working, they'll post themselves smiling, they'll post themselves doing a boomerang, they'll post themselves fucking drinking mimosas, they'll post themselves like, oh my god, happy hour, fucking El Tiempo. Like, that's cool, but like, I need to stop. What I was going to say earlier is it was so bad that I was lusting over women. I was lusting over these girls that, like, when they would post on their Instagram, I would get like dopamine and be like, oh my god, before I open this, maybe this is another opportunity for me to be like, I'm gonna say that they look good again because it's been a minute and I've been giving them space. And this will finally be the opportunity where I'm like, I'm a score and I'm gonna like, we're gonna finally make plans. She's gonna finally like hang out with me and see that I'm a good guy and I'm funny. Like, nah, bro, this is like, enough is enough. You don't want to talk to me? Great. But like, I know we're on like a dating, I know we kind of got sidetracked, but that's something that I really want to like emphasize on here. Like, I don't care if you're a guy or girl, if the other person, I'm not making this about gender, if the other person is not giving you attention, bro, and they're leaving you on red at certain times, texting you at other times, they're not responsive when you want to make plans, you have unread messages, but then they're laughing at your story later, don't fucking worry about them. Honestly. Because they're fucking using you for attention. Get the fuck out of here about shit of like, oh, I'm not good at responding. Shut the fuck up because you're sliding up on my story. Like, don't even worry about people like that. You will find somebody that will give you the time of day, whether it's finding a relationship, or obviously if a girl wants to hang out and you want to do friends with benefits shit, regardless, you are going to have them respond. And you will be clear with your intentions, right? Like, that's the smartest thing, bro. Because if not, like, it's going to be like, even with friends with benefits, I know that, like, someone's going to catch feelings eventually, but, like, regardless, bro, like, really, really have that sink in, bro. Like, if somebody's not giving you attention, move the fuck on. It doesn't do good to constantly complain because I do that and then I get sad. and I go down a wormhole. And then I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like I did something. What did I say? What did I do to what did I do to deserve you? What did I do to not deserve you? Why are you not giving me your time, the time of day? Why are you not fucking with me? Oh, you like my stories, you comment on my shit. Why don't you want to hang out, bro? I'm not doing that anymore with people. Cause it gets me down. Where I have to go on Instagram and I'm like, oh, my eyes perk the fuck up because this person posted and let me shoot my 30th fucking 3-point attempt and see if the ball will finally go in. Enough, you know? That might have been the realest thing I'll ever say on this fucking podcast, but I'm just didn't stutter the whole fucking time, I don't think. Just being for real, bro. Let me just take a break, bro. Just had to get that out of my system. We're gonna move on and then I'll kind of, close it up. Other things that have been going on in my life though, bro, if we want to talk about the normal vibe set shit with the elite, man, the closers of the 3 superhero / anti-hero shit. Let's talk about it. We already talked about Invincible, I think, on the last episode, and I was like, damn, my girl Eve had a baby, or she was gonna have a baby, and she had an abortion. I was like, The fucking Thrag took over the planet, bro. That shit is, it's gonna be chilling at fucking, you're gonna be walking around HEB, bro. That shit is fucked. All the fucking Viltrumites, I'm not fucking with that shit, bro. Just trying to push cards, and I gotta see Thrag, the fuck. Invincible is fire, bro. I gotta watch it if you haven't already. That shit is insane. As far as Daredevil, which I'm going to Comic Palooza tomorrow, I'm getting Vincent's autograph, the guy that plays Wilson Fisk. That shit was insane, bro. When Matt admitted that he was fucking Daredevil, and then they locked him up, which before he got locked up, I thought all those rebellious ass people from New York City were gonna kill Fisk. And they were honestly about to, and then Matt threw him off, and they were like, stop. He was like, stop, and then he got locked up. I'm like, damn, bro, Fisk is so annoying to me, and I love the actor, and he's probably super nice when I meet him tomorrow. But obviously, I won't talk about the show. But I was like, damn, bro, I honestly was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Fisk gets taken down, but it was crazy. But season 2 was insane. It was so good. It was so fucking good, bro. And then The Boys. The Boys was good. It was a good ending. I felt like it was a tad bit rushed. It's they randomly just killed the Deep. And I was like, what the fuck happened to the shark that Samuel L. Jackson was voicing? But, no, it was good though. I felt like it was a little rushed. Spoiler alert, when they were over Butcher's grave, Kimiko was just kind of bye. And it was it was nice. They showed her in France, and they got the dog that she talked about, and Huey ended up back at the store, the video store from season 1, and he was with Starlight, who was pregnant. But it was good overall. It was good. It was a good ending. Kevin, I definitely want to ask some of my friends their thoughts, because I've only talked to maybe a couple, but it was good. It was good. Some movies that I've seen, I watched the Michael Jackson movie. A1, bro. It was insane. Joe Jackson, that boy was fucking crazy, bro. That shit was, anything he did, I was like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Why you doing my boy like that? It was crazy. What a legend, bro. I went with my mom, and it was crazy. That, when they were showing him perform on that tour with his brothers, and this is gonna be the last show, because it was so pushed for him to do the Jackson 5 again. I watched Project Hail Mary. That was fucking crazy. I was laughing though, because he ends up being best friends with this rock creature, and it reminded me of being in geology in Lone Star and doing that class. I thought that class was gonna be a fucking breeze. The class was whooping my ass, bro. I was in lockdown browser doing an exam, and I would barely move my face, and it would ew, it would sense my shit. It would ew. I was failing every test, bro. What rock is this? And I didn't know. It was ew. I was failing almost everything, bro. I finished with a C, but I don't even know what my teacher's name was, bro. Shout out Mrs. Rock. I'm just gonna say Miss Rock, bro. No, fucking. I don't know what your name was. When your professor's name is Professor Hail Mary. Yeah, I don't. That shit was crazy, but it was a good ass movie. Shout out Ryan Gosling. I also watched Swingers, classic, for the first time. My best friend Eddie told me to watch it. That was great, bro. The character that John Chavot plays, he, I've never been in a relationship before, but he reminded me a lot of myself because he couldn't get over this girl, which I know I just made that whole point over. I just meant like dwelling on the past, and then like the character Vince Vaughn plays, he was just always like telling, John, like, man, you got the confidence, get over your ex, you gotta do this, you gotta stop doubting yourself, like, and you're smooth with it, because like John Chavot in the movie would be like, I don't know if I want to go out because like it's not gonna lead to anywhere with the girls that I meet, or like what if I'm not good enough, or like, man, nobody lives up to my. And Vince was always just like pushing him to get out there, and then he finally meets a nice girl, and it was just a very feel good movie, which also it was in Vegas, so I was like, oh, Vegas. But those are some of the movies that I've watched recently. But yeah. Hey, I will say the next thing that we're gonna talk about, Drizzy, Drake. That boy dropped 3 albums, bro. 3 albums. That was another thing. I fucking stayed up and listened to all the albums like the day before I had to move all my stuff. I stayed up and listened to all the albums because I didn't want to be on some shit where I'm like, ooh, what? Like I didn't want to be like Clueless. But yeah, so, and it was crazy. I was watching the stream, and at the very end, like the fireworks were going off right before the album came out, and he was like, 3 albums at midnight coming out from the biggest ever on OVO, and I was like, oh my god! I fucking screamed, bro. I know my parents were like, damn, this boy about to move out, and like we're counting the fucking hours because you're so loud. But yeah, so I tuned in. Iceman was fire. I'm gonna give it an 8. I know we're only a weekend, so favorite ones. I'm gonna do Little Birdie, Randall Atlanta. I almost cried when him and Fuchsia linked up again. Burning Bridges. Your baby mama ain't even post a single damn. Where's she at? National Treasures. Too Hard for the Radio. Dust. Those are all tough, bro. Like that shit is. And I knew Iceman, the vibe was gonna be like, I'm gonna address everything that y'all said about me 2 years ago. I'm gonna shoot some shots back about some of the people that I'm beefing with, but I really liked it, bro. I knew it was gonna be on some fire ass rap shit. As far as the other 2 albums, Habibti was really good. It was like on an R&B vibe. I really like Her Not There. Him and Sexy Red, I really like that one. I really like Fort Worth, him and Party. And then for Maid of Honor, I love Whole Phase is good, Road Trips is good, but I really like Stuck, and I love Q&A. Q&A is so good. I've been so sick up until like today that like when I went to the doctor, I was like singing Q&A. I was like, I got some questions for you, and I need answers for you. And the doctor was like, you just need like cough syrup. And I was like, I'm so fucking sick. Yeah, and honestly too, like while I've been sick, I've literally just been watching Bleach, which Bleach is fucking fire. I'm on episode 110 or 16. I've been skipping filler, but it's fire. But like everybody's like framing each other. Like Idiyu agreed to his dad that he wasn't gonna be friends with Soul Reapers anymore, and I'm like, why is Idiyu and Ichigo beefing, bro? Like, I already got Drake still beefing with Rocky, Drake still beefing with DJ Khaled, Drake still beefing with Kendrick and Ross. Like, I don't need any more beef, bro. I don't need beef in my anime. I just want everybody to be cool, bro. Let's just talk about it. I just want Idiyu to go to Ichigo and be like, I got some questions for you that I need answers for. Like, I just need everybody to be cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I was so sick that I was just watching Bleach. But yeah, I'm honestly, when the album came out, obviously I've been playing Iceman the most. I was playing Maid of Honor more too. That's like the second most play out of the 3. But I've been playing Habibti more lately. and WNBA on Habibti is really good. But I've been playing Habibti a little more, and it was funny because I had friends asking me what Habibti meant, and I was like, it's like Habibi, but Habibti is for like a woman, you know, kind of like my love. But no, it was good though, dude. They were all good. They were all good. The only one that like really made, there was a couple that made me laugh. Like Princess made me laugh because I was like, what the fuck? And then I couldn't take the sample seriously anymore of Cheetah Print with Hemi Sexy Red. Because I love that song by Petty Groove that goes la 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 la. Because like Drake was like smack that ass. Smack that ass. And I was like la 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 la. I was like, okay, I don't know how to read the fucking room. If anybody played that at a K-Pack, or even like if somebody played that in my apartment, I don't know if I would dance or just be like, like would it be like la 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 la, or would it be like, I don't know, I don't know what the fucking vibe is of that. La 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 la. But yeah, y'all, you know, that's my little update for that stuff. What else we got? Looking at the topics. Told y'all I've been sick, just went too hard, but you know, I'm getting better. If I did this yesterday or Wednesday, I'd be like, yeah, so like Ice Man, fucking dying. Drake's 3 new albums. Told y'all my new apartment. I love my apartment, bro. I like the little Amazon stuff I got. I'm gonna learn how to cook Sunday. Parents are coming over. They're bringing my dog Cooper. Miss Cooper. I miss my parents too. I miss Cooper, bro. I love my dog. We've had him almost 3 years. He's the Border Collie Lab Mix. He's my best friend. I love him. I couldn't bring him. I talked to my mom about it just because like he loves my dad so much. Like he'll like jump at my dad when he gets home. He even got into a routine where like at like 5 o'clock or like, you know, when he could tell my dad was gonna be home soon, he would like lay flat, wait for, like just stare at the door and wait for my dad to be home. And then like he would just lay, like my dad would be on his phone in the backyard and Cooper would just like run around. Like, that was his happy place. And like he'll lay next to my dad in the bedroom. Like he just, my dad is his whole world. So I love Cooper, but I don't know, I didn't want him to be like sad in my apartment. I just really felt bad. But I'm excited. I miss him. I want to see him. We can walk him a little bit in my apartment by the lake. So, but yeah. I'm excited to learn how to cook, bro. I'm already saving money. I'm definitely sticking to this budget app called Every Dollar by Dave Ramsey, who's like gives like the best financial advice ever. And I actually took a class called Personal Finance at UH, and I knew about Dave Ramsey then. And then my brother and sister-in-law were like, "Bro, have you ever heard of Dave Ramsey?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I had a class for like, you know, my class was kind of centered around him." And they were like, yeah, man, he's awesome. He has the baby steps of like saving enough of an emergency fund, saving for retirement, paying off your debts, paying off your house. If you, Dave Ramsey's awesome. If you ever want to look up his stuff, look up the 6, I think it's is it the 6 baby steps by Dave Ramsey? It is the 7, I'm sorry. 7 baby steps by Dave Ramsey. He's awesome, but it's crazy because I've gotten to the point, like my brother would always tell me how crazy the stories were on Dave Ramsey's show, where people are like, I'm in $60,000 in credit card debt and like $50,000 in another loan because I make $40,000 a year, but I got this nice ass car. And Dave would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? How the fuck do you get so deep in like, how the fuck do you get so deep in like a financial hole? Like, somebody would be like, yeah, I got like a brand new Maybach, but you know, I only made $30,000, Dave, and like I'm in hella debt. And he's like, why are you buying a nice ass car if you make $30,000? It's so crazy though, because now I'll get to the point where like brushing my teeth in the shower, like winding down at night, I'll just let those crazy ass stories play. Cause I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah. Shout out Dave Ramsey though. But yeah, no, I live by the Every Dollar app now. Because now I have rent in mind and groceries, electricity, water. So it's an app called Every Dollar. It's really cool because you can set your budget and then you can link it to your bank account, and then it'll like bring in all the transactions, and then you just throw it to every category that you make or is already there, and then you can see what you're overspending in. So that really helps with me, bro, because with my parents, I was just blowing cash. It was like kaba, 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 kaba. I can't even take myself seriously saying the same thing because I'm just thinking about earlier when I was shooting my shot and everybody was saying they were lesbians. I was like, kaba, kaba, lesbian, lesbian, married, married, kaba, kaba. I'm like, what? But yeah, so, but yeah, no, it's been cool, man. I mean, I love having my own space, to be honest. It's been cool. Like, it feels weird because I still feel like I'm in like a hotel in Houston, but it's really nice. I had some friends over and it was really cool. So yeah, other than that, y'all, let me see what other topics I had. Talked about me being sick. Again, I'm really happy that I'm doing this now because before I would have been like, yeah, so like, bro, like I was listening to Habibti, like what? My new apartment, we talked about the shows, talked about the movies I saw. Let's do 2 more little topics and I'll be done. I'm checking the, yeah, we're chilling. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know why my eye itches. I don't know why I sounded like a fucking RoboCop earlier. I can't wait that it's summertime, right around the corner, if not already going on right now, you know? I can't wait to hit the pool, relax, bring my little speakers to the pool, nothing too loud, live in a quiet community, but like, play Grown Woman by Party Next Door on repeat, like, stay closer to the games. Or like Sex on the Beach. I'm like, girls are sexy. Let me make a Sex on the Beach and then play Sex on the Beach by the pool. Everybody, everybody. But yeah, the last thing I really wanted to say, if you don't already know, my brother George Nassif has a podcast with his friends, Evan Ramsey and Blaine Robinson. And I just want to say that I fucking love their podcast called Only Mans. I love them to death. I love them to death so much that I'm on my 3rd time re-listening to all the episodes. Like if it's not Dave Ramsey at night, let's say I don't want to play music and my brain's fried. If it's not Dave Ramsey being like, how the fuck are you in $40,000 worth of fucking credit card debt? It's literally like my brother's podcast with his friends. Like, it's so funny. I was on it like 2 years ago, and it was funny because the main segment was like trying to teach my brother George like Gen Z slang, and one of them was Riz. And we told him that. We were like, all right, what's Riz, George? And he was like, it's a cracker. And we were like, motherfucker, that's Riz, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? This shit was so funny, but I loved it to death. They're so funny, but we can still touch up on like mental health, but just like real shit too, though. Like, they're so funny. They're so funny, but then like, it's also cool because I'm Gen Z, and they brought me on because I'm Gen Z, right? I'm just speaking facts. But it's I guess it's very interesting because I love them to death, and I love my brother's friends, and I love that little circle of the 3 of them. But it's also, I guess, cool to like hear like a millennial perspective on stuff. Yeah, I love my brother's podcast. Shout out Only Mans. They gave me a lot of like, you know, they gave me a lot of inspiration to really start this podcast up. And I know that I talk about a little different, you know, I talk about different stuff on here compared to them, but they still touch up on like, you know, they'll talk about music, but they'll talk about everything. But I love them to death, and I would love to have them on here. I just only have one other mic right now. They have a whole setup, because, you know, it's the 3 of them, and I was a guest, and they'll have guests on, but yeah, I mean, I love them to death, and the reason why I'm also shouting them out is I've wanted a new episode for so long, and they finally released an episode after a year and a half, and like I damn near teared up. If it wasn't like Future linking up with Drake again, it was the Only Man's dropping another episode after so long. So I just want to say, George, Evan, and Blaine, I love y'all. I love y'all's podcast. Keep doing y'all's thing. You know that, and even when I was on it, like I already had some friends follow the page. I love y'all so much. I would love to be on it again. Like truly, I had so much fun when I was on it. I feel like I'm a lot more confident now. And I love Blaine because he always does an impression. He's always like, dude, he'll look at my brother George and be like, bro, Ely's voice is just like, he'd be like, yeah, bro, like, so today, like, he'll just say that I just sound like I'm turning into Drake singing. But I just wanted to shout them out because I love them to death. They gave me so much inspiration to start my own thing, but they just bring me so much like happiness and like, if I'm like, if I'm going through a lot or like work kind of, if I'm stressed out about something with work or whatever, right? Like I have an inconvenience throughout the day. Like it's just like I just love to like listen to them laugh. So I just wanted to say that. But I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for listening to me kind of ramble. The apartment is set. We got the Drake posters up. We got the room set. I'm excited for Comic Palooza tomorrow. And yeah, I appreciate y'all checking in. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Y'all stay good to yourselves, man, for real. Like, y'all just need to keep taking it one day at a time, for sure. I feel like it's very easy to get caught. I'm the worst on like, with social media, like feeling behind. Why am I not doing this? Why am I not doing that? Like what? But it's like, bro, we're chilling. Like, let it flow. I feel like we all have our own goals and we're all trying to achieve it, but like, I'm not saying to like get lazy, but at the same time, it's like, there's always going to be bumps in the road and we're always going to go around them and like, okay, this happened. How do we fix it? How do we get around it? Right? Like, so I think I really got to apply that moving forward. Just like, not everything has to be like, all my ducks don't have to be in a row. Like every time something major happens, it's like, oh, I gotta like have every single thing set. Because when I present it to people, when I'm in the apartment, when I have that job, it has to check every box. It's like, bro, look, if you're happy with it, you do have friends and family that care about you, but at the same time, you gotta be the most happy with it. You can't be like, and again, bro, I'm the worst at this. You can't be like, oh man, this person said this, it's probably not good. This person said this, bro, I'm gonna keep looking. This person said this. I'm not saying to not listen to people, but at the same time, bro, if you really felt good about it and you already did your calculations, bro, just do it. Like, honestly, like, I'm not saying to make dumb mistakes in life, but I get too scared to even make a mistake, which isn't good. Like, I'm too afraid to be like, oh man, like, I don't want to sidestep and fuck up. I don't want to fuck up. I don't want to fuck. Like, just, hey, it's okay. It's cool. But again, I appreciate y'all checking in. Appreciate y'all waiting. Appreciate the patience. I appreciate the support. If you guys liked this episode, if you guys have liked the vibe set in general, if you could please leave a review. I very much appreciate it. And thank y'all for listening to that first segment, for real. Because I really meant what I said. If y'all didn't get anything out of this podcast, bro, all I can say is, again, stop putting people on a pedestal that you know don't give a fuck about you. If they're only gonna send you laughing emojis on your story once in a while, and you've clearly shown that you're attracted to them, and they don't care, move the fuck on, bro. And don't complain about that shit constantly. Maybe let it out once, but like, who cares? Because I'm telling you now, all the times that I've been like, why, oh, why, and I've called Eddie and been like, why did she fuck with me, bro? Like, bro, I thought I had all the answers, bro. I have an apartment now, the fuck, bro? I'm not doing that for these people. Like, I wanted to move out. I wanted a specific job. I am doing things for me. I don't want to live with anybody. I want my own space. I have a great job, and I love the space that I'm in. Who am I doing that for at the end of the day, though? Me. Like, this isn't for you. This isn't for anybody. If it was for somebody else, I'd be living with them. I have 2 sinks in my fucking floor plan. I'm not, you see anybody next to me? No. Like, I'm not, what? I'm not doing it, bro. Like, at the end of the day, what I am doing is for me right now. I just said I don't want to be with anybody. I haven't even lived alone yet. Like, this is my first week living alone from my parents. Like, that's why I said one day at a time, because half of my friend group is married now, and I'm one of the only single guys left in my friend group. But I don't let that, that's the one thing I'm very proud of. Because sometimes I get caught up on what people say, and I'm trying to get away from that. But one thing I can really say is I've never, like, gotten very, like, oh my God, like, I gotta be with somebody, and I gotta get married by this age, and I gotta have kids at this age. Like, I love my nephew and niece. I don't even know if I ever want kids, though. But, I mean, getting married, bro, like, that takes time. That's cool, but, like, that's not where I'm at right now. If I love my alone time, why would I bring somebody into my life, and then I'm, like, calling my friends and calling my family, like, I'm overstimulated. I don't want this person around there. Like, if I know where I'm at mentally, I'm gonna be overstimulated and be like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, like, we were hanging out too much and it was bothering me and we got into a fight, and then, like, I couldn't do it anymore. Like, if I'm not there, why would I bring somebody in and then they have to suffer? I would rather be alone and be single. And I like being single. I don't care about being single. I do alone. I mean, I'm kind of doing some loner shit at times. Like, sometimes I'll see a movie that I know either my friends saw or don't want to see. I'll go alone. And I used to overthink and be like, man, why would I go to a movie alone, bro? People are gonna clown me. Why the fuck would I do that? It looks lame as fuck. I look weird as shit. Why am I in the movie alone? I'm a fucking clown. I'm a loser. Who cares, bro? I went to the Naruto convention. I went to an anime convention. I went alone. I bought a bunch of cool shit. My friends couldn't go. It didn't work out. It was expensive. My friends had to work. I went alone. Who cares? Like, I don't have it in me right now. And again, bro, everybody is different. What I'm trying to say is, I don't want to be with anybody, and that is okay. Because for the longest time, it was bothering me, and I was like, oh man, I gotta be with somebody, bro. Like, I gotta have somebody, and I gotta post on Instagram and be like, all right, guys, hit the last box. Everybody meets blah blah blah, whatever her name is, right? But nah, like, I'm just chilling. So that's why I say take it one step at a time, and don't be like it. Try to avoid being on this treadmill and being like, I gotta keep up with everybody else. Like, I don't want a baby right now, but I gotta at least be with somebody, because look at all my friends cuffed. Look at when I go on Instagram, everybody's cuffed. Oh, on Valentine's Day, everybody's cuffed. Don't let that shit bother you. Like, you want to be single? Be single. Work on yourself. Look at me. Like, I'm trying to be better. I have no excuse now to not go to the gym because it's right next to me. I'm not in the EOS anymore, where it's just like fire. It was like fucking alpha blasting. I couldn't move in that bitch. Could not find parking. You know, like, and I'm not there yet, but that is okay. And if you're in your single era and you want to fuck around, if somebody's not giving you time, fucking dip on it, bro. I love y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Good night. And take care of yourselves. I appreciate it.